Alrighty, guys. Hello. Sorry, I am just a couple of minutes late. It's been a busy day getting back to trying to be somewhat normal. I appreciate everybody who's being here and for understanding. I turned my computer off and I forgot to turn it on before I sat down, so it took us a couple of minutes to get everything pulled up, but nonetheless, here we are. I'm going to say hi to everybody, and then we will hop on into tonight's open discussion. So, hello, just doing me, Stace. I see your comment. I'm actually not a mod for LB, just so that's clarified. I know there's another person who has Amanda Pants as their name on YouTube. It's not a super uncommon nickname. And they have a different avatar than me, and they moderate for quite a few people. So I think I am getting confused with them. Just so that's clarified, I'm actually not a moderator for her. Hey, Lisa, good to see you. Hey, Michelle. Hey, E. Hey, Susan. Hey, Christophan always. Hey, Jen. Hey, World Puzzler. Hey, Flutter Bear. Hey, Xylee. I know you had to get on to me for being a little bit late. Eventually, one of these days, I won't be late. Hey, Sharon. Hey, Claire. All right. Hey, Melissa. Hey, the Dark Magician. I got it right the first time. Hey, Heather. Hey, Katie. Yes, I had a great time on my vacation. I am just recovering. Thank you for joining, Kazoodles. It's good to see you guys. I had a really good vacation. It was a long vacation. It's one of the longer ones I've been on. I'm still recovering when you're gone for that long and you get home, you know how you kind of end up a little bit jet lagged and kind of just resettling into your normal routine. So I've been doing that for the past 2 days, but I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to get back into everything. And that's kind of going to be what I talk about today. I didn't put up a poll for this discussion because this is just going to be me explaining some things to you guys. I'm going to be changing the way I do my channel. And I figured I would do it in a live chat. That way, if anybody has any questions or need any clarification, rather than people constantly wanting to ask in comments, hopefully I can get everything answered here for you guys, and you guys can kind of understand and know what to expect from my channel moving forward. So that's really what today's discussion is going to be about. And I guess one of the things to start off with is, unfortunately, I am no longer going to be hosting open discussions. I know that probably is going to upset quite a few people because I do understand, and it's not lost on me, that some of the people who subscribe to my channel and who engage in the chats really enjoy this aspect of my channel. But I am going to be changing the kind of content I put out to a degree. So for the past a little bit over a year now, my channel has been a lot of open discussions and talking about some serious things with a little bit of commentary sprinkled in. The change that I am making is going to be, I'm going to focus my channel more on being a commentary channel, and the style of commentary I'm going to do is going to change a little bit from what I have been doing. A lot of my commentary that I've been doing thus far has been just me talking. It's not been any kind of screenshots or receipts or anything to support what I'm talking about, and that is going to change. I'm going to start incorporating receipts. I'm going to start incorporating things like that into my commentary. The style of commentary I give is going to remain the same. So I'm still going to be devil's advocate. A lot of people like the fact that I'm pretty fair about my commentary, and I do plan on continuing that. What's going to change a little bit is I'm going to be a little bit more me when it comes to providing my opinion. I've always given my opinion, and I'm not going to lie. At times I have sugarcoated my opinion, and I have played it safe, so to speak. And I kind of want to step out of that. And the reason I have is because I have held these open discussions. And these open discussions, although they are great and they're great for building community, it's kind of made me feel that at times I can't talk about some of the drama and ridiculous aspects of what happens on the platform, because I've steered my channel to be so serious, and it's almost held me back to a degree. And I've done a lot of thinking and a lot of reflecting on what would be best, how to move forward. And after I have been gone for 10 days, I have honestly talked to a few people who are also creators and like thrown at them what they feel, how they think I would do in making this change. And most of them were very supportive. I didn't have anybody say that that was a terrible idea. Some were very realistic with me, which I already know going into it. It's probably not always going to, I know I'm not always going to please everybody. And I know some people are probably going to be upset that I'm no longer going to be hosting these things. And I know what I'm about to say is probably going to makes more people want to give me criticism about that, and I understand that, and I know it's probably coming. But what I am going to do is I still am going to do open discussion style things, but they are going to be for my members. So if you are a member of any tier, I am doing live streams for both tiers of my memberships. And these will fall under those. They're not going to be weekly like they have been. They will probably be a bi-weekly or a monthly style thing. So I'm not totally omitting it. I'm just omitting it from my content that is seen by everybody. I have plateaued myself to a degree, and I have set myself up to be stagnant. And I know that's hard for people to understand if you're not a creator, but I really have ended up being stagnant in what I feel jives with how I have set my channel up thus far. So I do feel that now is a good time for me to go ahead and make this change. So what kind of content publicly is that's going to be out there is going to just be commentary content. I am still going to do occasional live streams like I have been doing on Fridays. I've been doing like a weekly wrap up where we just talk about what has been going on YouTube, whether that's talking about videos that I've put out and like discussing with you guys what my video said, or other things that maybe I didn't cover but was happening. I'm still going to do those. So I'm still going to be doing some live streaming. It's just not going to be as much for the public. Most of my content for the public is going to be pre-recorded commentary content. With that being said, there is probably going to be a delay. I'm not going to lie to you guys and say that I will have a video out this week. I don't know if I will. I am going to complete following up with the Anna Campbell stuff. So that is probably going to be the commentary videos I focus on first. And going from there, I'm not going to limit myself as far as what kind of commentary I talk about. Whereas previous to this decision, I was kind of capping myself to only talking about really serious things that I could kind of talk about my degree and my education and use my background for. I'm still going to make those kinds of videos, but they're not going to be my sole focus, which is kind of where I ended up putting myself in this box. So I did want to have this open discussion with you guys, let you guys know that this is the change that I was making. If there's any questions that you guys had or any feedback that you guys have about this decision, I'm open to hearing it. Unfortunately, this is a rock hard decision that I'm making, and I hope you guys stick with me. If you don't, I totally understand that. I just feel like at this point in my YouTube endeavors, I don't necessarily want to say it's a career at this point. It's the best decision for me to make. I don't really see my channel going anywhere further than what it is currently if I don't make a change. And this seems to be the best change that I can think of happening. I know a lot of people always compliment my commentary, and you guys seem to enjoy my commentary videos over any other video that I do. So I'm kind of taking the feedback from what my subscribers have said, what the views reflect, what my engagement reflects, and I'm just going to put that into action. So with all of that being said, there probably will be a little bit of a lapse in content. I don't know if I'm going to get a pre-recorded video out this week, but I will be doing a weekly wrap up on Friday where I've been, since yesterday, I have been constantly watching to catch up on everything that's been going on while I've been gone. It seems that there have been a lot of dumpster fires around on the platform while I've been gone. I feel like every time I take any amount of time off, even when I went to Vegas for 4 days, I felt totally lost then, and it took me some time to catch up. So I'm really going to take this week to catch up. So on Friday, we can have a good, wholehearted, weekly wrap up about what's all transpired over the last couple of weeks. And then hopefully next week I can jump right into it. As far as consistency and a schedule, I don't know what that's going to look like. I'm just being totally honest with you guys. I don't know what that's going to look like. I don't know if it's going to be 1 video or 2 videos or even more than that a week until I get into this style of video, which is probably going to be a rough ride for a little while I figure out the editing and how to incorporate receipts. Most of my commentary now that you guys see, I don't include receipts. There's a few videos that I have that I do. Those videos are hard for me to make. It's not the fact that I don't have receipts. I do. I am somebody who does keep up with receipts like most creators do if you're in commentary. I've just never been comfortable with figuring out how to incorporate that into my videos. But I am going to take the time and learn that and incorporate that to provide you guys better content. And I'm hoping anyways, it will only be better in our weekly wrap-ups, because it won't just be my opinion anymore. It'll be my opinion with the supportive information. So that's really what this open discussion was. I did want to give everybody the opportunity to tell me any criticisms, any pointers, if you guys have any suggestions on what you want to hear from me when it comes to commentary. I wanted to allow this to be an open discussion so I can hear what you guys say. I can take that into accountability, and that I can move forward without people being like, wow, she's changed, or this isn't the Amanda Pants that I subscribed to before. Because when it comes to my opinion moving forward, I am going to be very brash. That is who I am in real life. I'm a very honest and brash person in real life, and I have sheltered a lot of that on my channel because I have pushed out this level of professionalism to a degree. And I'm not trying to say that I'm going to become messy. That's not it at all. But instead of sugarcoating that I don't like somebody, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just going to say I don't like them, and I'll explain why. Or if it's a behavioral, if I'm talking about somebody's problematic behavior or situation that they're put into, again, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I may give them the benefit of the doubt, and I will play devil's advocate still, but I'm going to just be 100% me when it comes to when I'm giving my actual opinion. So I hope you guys understand this change. I have kind of ignored the chat while I got this out. I'm excited for this change, but I'm also nervous to put it out into the world, so to speak it into existence in a way. So I am going to go back to the chat, see what you guys are saying. And if you have any questions, suggestions, or criticisms, please let me know now while I'm doing this overhaul. I'm open to it all, good, bad, and different. I'm not going to have my feelings hurt or anything like that. I'm really not a creator who tries to get too emotional about things, but I feel like this is going to be better for me. And I also think it's going to be better in the long haul for you guys. We can have more conversations and more outreach, because a lot of the conversations that we've had have been almost one-sided to a degree. This is how much I have studied the content I have done to know what kind of where I wanted to go. Is I have pushed so much of my experiences, of my education, of my professional experience into my content that I feel at times it makes it hard for people to communicate and engage in that kind of commentary, because it's like, well, you're saying, from your professional experience, how are we supposed to argue that? Or how how else are we supposed to feel if we haven't had that experience ourselves? So I hope that this is only going to make us a stronger community moving forward and allow us to have conversations that aren't always so serious, to allow us to have conversations that are kind of ridiculous and maybe even petty at times, because to be honest, a lot of the stuff that happens on YouTube, when you boil down to it, it's petty, it's ridiculous. And although at times it becomes serious, and there's some really problematic people on this platform, and I will continue to talk about more problematic things and serious issues, but I don't want to cap myself to just that kind of commentary. And I feel like that's the box I've put myself in. I don't know if that's how you guys feel, but that's really how I have felt, especially looking back at the content that I've posted. And I still stand behind it. I'm not going to take any of my content down, but there is going to be this shift that occurs. So now I'm going to check the chat. I appreciate you guys for hanging in there while I just spewed it all out, because if I don't just get it all out in a live stream, which is why I am not going to do commentary live streams like Xylee does, I don't know how I respect her so much in the fact that she can pull up all of these receipts from all of these different places and still maintain her chat. I know I can't do that. I've tried to do a live stream with receipts, and if you watch those live streams with receipts, you will see I get sidetracked. I end up missing to cover a lot of things and a lot of points that I mean to say, because I can't keep that consistency. I can't stay on top of myself the way that she can. So I'm not going to go that route. I really respect any creator who is able to live stream and do commentary. I just know that that is a weak point for me, and it's already going to be a struggle. I don't want to make it more of a struggle than it has to be, if that makes any sense. So thank you so much, Amber Chick, for the super chat. I appreciate your support. I always have. That means a lot to me. Hey, Cheryl, thanks for joining. I appreciate all of the support and people understanding of the change happening. And hopefully, as this change happens, please feel free to continue to give me the criticism, whether if you're uncomfortable doing it in a comment section. Like, I always link my Twitter and my email. You're more than welcome to reach out to me in those kind of more private settings if you don't want to do it publicly. I'm always open to hearing what you guys say. Hey, Skip, good to see you. I definitely, Dark Magician, I definitely have hit a plateau. And it's nothing to be ashamed about. I'm not ashamed about the fact that I've hit a plateau, but because I do want to make YouTube, I'm not saying I want this to be like extremely lucrative. I do want to make this a job to where I don't have to go back to a normal job. And if I do, that's not a big deal. But right now I want to really dive and put all of my energy and effort into my channel and my business. That way I can make these two sources my income rather than going back into the field. Eventually I will want to be back into the field, but for now I still feel it's in my best interest and my mental health's best interest to be working from home and not working with the community. Thank you for joining the membership, Sally. I appreciate that support. And thank you, Amber Chick, for joining as well. I appreciate all of you guys and all of your support and understanding the change. I'm really going to try my best not to drag this change out. The first few commentary videos that I do probably are not going to be full of receipts, and there may not even be any receipts. One of the videos I intend to do involving Anna Campbell is not going to have any receipts, and it kind of is going to be reminiscent of the last video I did, but I'm going to talk about it more from the substance abuse aspect. I'm going to talk about that and how she has been in all of the stuff that has come out. And then that's probably going to be like the only video that's really reminiscent of my old content. From there, it's probably going to start to change, and it will be a slow and steady change. And I'm being really honest. Like, please give me your criticisms when these videos are coming out and let me know how I can better the content for you guys, because I do know it's going to be a rough and bumpy road for me, and I want it to be enjoyable for you guys. So if you guys see something that you don't like, or you don't like the way I did something or how I included something, let me know so I can know if that's something that I can work on making it better as I continue down this new journey of commentary videos. Thank you, Cheryl, for the super sticker. Sorry, I'm out of breath. I feel like I just gave like a super professional speech, even though I didn't. I'm like super out of breath. Thank you, Amber. That means a lot to me. It really does. I do think that this will I understand that I may take a small hit because of this change. Because like I said at the beginning, I do understand that some people were subscribed and only came for my open discussion content. So I do understand that I may take a little bit of a hit initially, but I think over the long term, this is the best decision to make. Maybe some of those people will come back. And if they don't, that's okay. People change their opinions on who they want to support for a number of reasons, and I'm not going to hold that over anybody's head. So yeah, that was what the open discussion tonight was going to be about. I just pulled my nose ring out. That's great. It's back in now, but I don't really know what else to say other than, I'm excited for this change. I hope you guys are excited for the change. By the chat, it looks like most of you guys are, and that makes me even more excited to just dive into this full force. Am I the only one that likes when I cut? What's funny is I think it's just like the professional aspect of me comes out when I'm on my channel, because in day-to-day life, I have terrible language. I cuss all of the time. So I kind of find it humorous when people compliment me or think that it's like spicy or cute, like you're saying that I cuss, because in my normal conversation, it's hard for me to go a full sentence without cursing. So I don't know, when I do my pre-recorded videos, it's easier for me to not curse for some reason. I guess it's because I know I'm filming myself, but we'll see how that goes. In my live streams, you guys see, oftentimes I do kind of cuss here and there. You guys support the curse words. I know a lot of people do. Thank you, Tutu Queen. I appreciate that. Yeah, and I understand that. A lot of creators do say that they're open for criticism, and then when the criticism starts to roll in, they kind of get defensive. And I mean, I can understand that to a degree, but as creators, we're filming our content for our audience, for people to watch us. And if you are getting a heap of the same type of criticism over and over and over, I mean, it's just logical to think that something needs to change, that maybe you should take that criticism into account and not always be on the defensive. It seems lately creators are so ready to just defend themselves and not really even consider where the criticism is coming from. They just are automatically defensive and think that it's a personal hit. And from what I have seen, it more times than not, it's really not intended to hurt the creator. It's more intended to help them, but they're just so defensive for whatever reason that it gets lost on their ears, and then they end up being defensive towards that person or blocking that person, which if it's their channel, do what you please, make the kind of space that you want to make. I'm not here to judge anybody for that, but yeah, Xylie's outing me. Yeah, my Xylie can probably attest at this point that I'm me on my channel, but I sugarcoat myself on my channel a lot. And there's nothing wrong with that. I have been okay with that. But again, the sugarcoating myself it's led me to cap myself in my abilities to continue to grow and to continue to make different kind of content. So that's just part of the change. And I know along the way, people maybe won't like the unsugar-coated version of me. And I've come to terms with that. And I understand that, to gain success, you kind of have to take some hits and even fail a few times. And, I'm okay if that's what happens. Yeah, Amber, it's wild how quick some people go into their hating on me mode. Yeah, that seems to be the constant deflection tactic with almost every creator who's involved in drama. They constantly are just going on, oh, everybody's hating on me, everybody's dragging me. And let's be real, like, criticism is criticism. There's a difference between getting criticized and people legitimately hating on you. There's two different things, but these have become hot words. Like, what's the phrase I'm thinking of? Hot button words, so to speak, like hot topics, but hot button words that creators are using and I don't want to say that they're intentionally manipulating their audience, but they are using these terms to gain sympathy or to have people rile behind them and start to defend them because they don't want to deal with the actual criticism. They want to deflect from it. Yes, buzzwords. Thank you, Dark Magician. You always know what I'm thinking, the words that I'm thinking. You always know. I appreciate it when you're here to give me that little olive branch to help me out. Yeah, my higher tier members, they get a little bit more personal live streams and they see more of the unedited me. So they know too that and it's not that I have put on a front by any means. I've just tried to hold myself on my channel to a level of professionalism, and I'm not trying to insult anybody by this, but that I don't feel most creators try to put themselves in. And I don't think YouTube is ready for that yet. I don't think YouTube's really, at least when it comes to commentary, they're not looking for super professional, always, kind of PC, which is the box I put myself in. I understand that. It took me a while to realize that that's the box I put myself in, but it definitely is. And I want out of that box. I want out of it. There's nothing wrong with that. I want out of that box. I want to still maintain a level of professionalism, keep my integrity and credibility, but be me, be the unfiltered, unedited version of me. Yeah, Skip, exactly. I have censored myself to a degree. And I don't mean that I've put on a fake persona because I haven't. I have just definitely censored how I say things and how I portray some things at times, like not giving my full 100% honest opinion about everything that I talk about. I've been PC about a lot of it, or I have sugarcoated it. And I don't know if it was because I wasn't trying to hurt people's feelings, because some of my opinions that I have that I've never said before probably would hurt people's feelings. And I'm not here to hurt people's feelings, but I'm also not here to not say how I feel. And that's kind of what I haven't been doing. And that's going to be more of what you guys see when it comes to like my actual opinions about things. And it may make people mad. It may make people not like me anymore. And that's a part of the game. That's a part of changing your content. If it happens, I totally anticipate it and I'm not worried about it. If I get pushback or hate from it, again, I expect it. If it happens, it is what it is. It's no sweat off my back. Sherry, you think the problem is nobody's being truly honest. Put back, speak up, say your truth, be the true you, get over. Yeah. And I wouldn't say that I've not been my true self, because I've just censored it. As Skip said, I've just had, like, instead of maybe being PG-13 or R-rated, I've been G-rated, if that makes sense. Like, it's still me. It's just been a watered down version, especially when it comes to some of my opinions and my delivery on some things. I have definitely tried to be more PC and sugarcoat it. I don't know of a better way to say it. I know I've said sugarcoat like a 20 billion times at this point, but I definitely have. Like, I've not been as harsh or as brazen that I would be in real life. And it's kind of been the thing that I've been, talking to myself about, and a few other people, is I'm me, but I'm not me on my channel. And I don't want that. I want to be me. I want to be totally me. And if people still like that, freaking awesome. If people decide that they don't jive with me anymore, cool. I wish you all the best. I'm not going to be mad about it. I don't understand why creators get upset about people leaving and things like that. I don't understand. That's part of the game on YouTube. Whether you make a change in your content or not, people are going to come and go. Your like to dislike ratio is constantly going to change depending on the topic you're talking about. I mean, that's just a part of being on this platform as a creator. So I don't understand when people really focus in on that as being a way to deflect some of their poor behavior. Yeah, I've been giving you guys man pants like, yeah, I guess that's one way to put it. Sometimes people need their feelings hurt. Honestly, you're stubborn enough. That is sometimes how you learn. Like, ouch, that hurt. But then I self-reflect and figure I needed to hurt. I can understand where you're coming from. And I do understand where you're coming from. And I think people are more like that than they would like to say. I also feel like at times being Manda Pants Light, so to speak, when I've been trying to call out and bring attention to some problematic behavior or problematic creators because I've done this PC stuff, it's not had the delivery I wanted. I wanted people to be aware, like, hey, this shit is going on. Be careful. People aren't who they seem they are. And if I had been more direct and not been so Manda Pants Light, I feel like a lot of people who are currently involved in some stupid freaking drama right now probably wouldn't be. If I had just not been Manda Pants Light and I had been Manda Pants, I don't give a fuck, which is how I am in real life. I don't care. I don't care if people like me. And I know that that's hard for people to believe, because in the society that we live in today, especially for ladies, we look so much to achieve everything and to, be the top person that we can be, strive ourselves, push ourselves, not feel that we're put into this box. And in doing that, I've not been able to get the messages across that I wanted to get across. And it's more frustrating. I'm not mad at myself. It's more frustrating. But to be here, but if people don't like me and people want to talk shit about me, I don't care. I've known that there's been creators talking shit about me for months, and I've not said anything about it because I don't care. I really don't. And I know that's hard to believe because, like I said, in a society that we live in, it's pushed that we all need to care what other people think of us. Living the life that I have when I was younger, I have learned to not care. If people want to like me for who I am, they're going to like me for who I am. I shouldn't have to convince people to like me, if that makes sense. And I think I've been in this weird state coming on the internet and trying to be a creator and going about it in a different way. I never anticipated getting into commentary. It just kind of has happened. And I never would have known how to navigate this world. So I was very careful in how I was entering a space like this. And I have learned a lot of lessons. I have gone through dramas. I mean, I think as a creator, you either have to be very close to somebody who experiences a pretty effed up drama to learn to not end up in that position yourself, or you end up in that position yourself and you learn from it and you move on. And I've had a lot of lessons that have happened, and I've not talked about a lot of them because, again, most of it is people just shit talking. They're just shit talking because I didn't support them or I didn't agree with them about something. And Lord forbid, in today's society of internet, in these smaller communities, Lord forbid if you just disagree with an action a creator does, because that just means that you totally disavowed them, which is not the case. This black and white thinking that has been going on is so freaking annoying. It's so annoying. And because I have put myself in this mandala pants light, I'm just going to stick with that version. I've not really called out some of this shit. And I'm over it. I'm over saying how I actually feel and talking about how I actually feel and not caring if I get the backlash, because like I said, I genuinely don't care. So I don't know why I was ever hesitant to do it. I think a lot of it is because of the content I was doing. I was doing more professional content revolving around my degree and my experience. And I felt it would look weird if I talked about petty shit and called people out for being dumbasses. Wouldn't really look that good next to an open discussion promoting mental health, if that makes sense. The two really don't jive, which is why I'm dropping this as public content, because I'm going to cover petty shit. I'm probably going to call people dumbasses when they're being dumbasses. I'm going to call out problematic behavior, and you know, it is what it is. And that's just kind of, that's the change that I think is best for me. I think it will, once I get into my groove, it will be more interactive for you guys. It will be more enjoyable. We can have more conversations, and we can still have serious talks when it is appropriate. And if you're a member, you're still going to get that content. You're still going to get open discussions. On my higher tier, even though it's expensive and I understand that, they get all kinds of like personal content. That's what you get whenever you're a member of mine. You get that other side of me that's not going to be on my channel for public anymore. Most creators do this, and the way that they do it is they promote it either on another channel or they promote it on Patreon or in a Discord. I'm just not going to do that shit. I know how to operate YouTube. I'd rather just stay on YouTube, use this as my one platform. And if you want access to vlogging material and like more personal live streams, then that's what my membership is for. If you still want to participate in open discussions, again, that's what the membership is for. The content for the public is going to just be commentary content. That's the change that's happening. So thank you, Xylee, for your support. Xylee has been very honest in her feedback when I have talked to her about this in private, and a few other people as well. And I have appreciated all of the feedback and honest criticisms that everybody has given me. It's really empowered me more to understand and really look at my content and look at how I have evolved. And if I want to continue to evolve, changes I need to make. And this is one of them. Thank you again, Amber. You really don't have to super chat me, but I appreciate it. You guys are very sweet. The cuss words are making your heart warm. Maybe I started to curse intentionally, knowing you guys would appreciate it a little bit. So yeah, playing the nice person can be backlash. I don't necessarily know if I've always played the nice person. Maybe it's perceived that way. One of the criticisms I got is that my channel makes me appear very goody two shoes like. That's not me. I'm not goody two shoes at all. Like, there's the only ounce of me that is goody two shoes or girly is the fact that I do my nails and that I'm into makeup. I mean, I wear t-shirts and shorts or pants every day. I don't dress up. I cuss like a sailor. I tell it how it is. I have RBF because I don't like to be approached. I mean, it is what it is. And I'm short as hell. I'm 5 foot. I'm short and I'm overweight. So I'm like this short, stocky, don't approach me person in real life. If you actually have a conversation with me, I'm going to be open and I'm going to converse like I do on my channel. I'm an open book for everybody, but I'm an unapproachable open book. What's the nail polish I'm wearing? I have 2 nail polishes on. And it's going to take me a second to find them. One, I'm trying to find it. One is from the eNail Couture brand. It's called My Little Unicorn. And the shade 1, that's why they're like kind of holographic-y and shiny. And then the other nail polish that I have on is from a brand called Candy Lover. And this is an Amazon brand. And it's like their neutral set that came with like a periwinkle blue, which I'm super excited. Since you brought up my nails, I'm going to just show these because I'm like super excited to use these. One thing I don't talk about is like my favorite color. I don't think that's ever been brought up because I don't have a favorite color. I like really bright neon colors, and I bought these the other day, a pack of like neon colors nail polish. So when this set's ready to come off, I'm going to do my nails neon. I'm so excited. So we can get off the nails topic. I just had to answer that. I saw it. So, hey, Captain T. Amber, you've never gotten the goody two shoes from me? Well, I guess that's probably a good thing. Yeah, I'm short. Hey, Dina, good to see you. Oh, okay, so I didn't know if you had told people or not. Yeah, Xylee and I actually met in real life while I was on my vacation. We did take some time to get to meet each other, and it was really fun. So if anybody can attest to what I'm like in real life, she can. I was going to try and meet up with some other YouTubers, and it just didn't work out. There's always next time. The bottle is gorgeous. Yeah, all of his products, if you're ever interested in doing your own nails, whether it's to do like the full cover tips like I do or just to paint your nails, his products are really they're really good. It's a US based company out of Arizona, I believe. But all of his bottles are really over the top. Here's another bottle of his. This is a top coat. They're all super, super girly and cute. And his products are not like outrageously priced either. For Mana Pants, we need You're Being a Dumbass merch. And for Xylee, we need Mam merch. I've never used the Orly brand. I don't know if the Orly brand has gel polish. That's what all of these are gel polishes. They're not like normal nail polish. So I've never used Orly. You said you met the Mandy Pants? Well, I met the Xylee. So it was fun. We got to hang out for a couple of hours, and I got to meet her kitty cats. And that was awesome because I don't have cats. I can't have cats because of my dogs. So it was really fun. you're into the overtop ultra girly nail polishes. Not gonna lie, there is a nail polish from his brand that I just purchased last week. It hasn't come in yet, but it's like a hot pink, really reflective glitter gel polish. So I'm excited for that to get here. Hopefully it'll get here this week. Alrighty, guys. So yeah, Xylie's cats, all but one of them really kind of took to me, and Xylie was shocked. And I'm just an animal person. I really am. I'm more of an animal person than a people person, surprisingly enough. That's why most of my jobs previous to my professional career, I have been a dog bather. I have worked at doggy daycares and grooming facilities. I worked at a zoo for 3 years. I worked at a mom and pop animal store, pet store for 4 years. So a lot of my work previous to my degree was in the animal field to some degree. And I actually was going to try, before I decided what I actually wanted to do with my life, I had thought about it for a while to be a vet technician, because I know I wouldn't be able to go to school so long to become a veterinarian. But I found out what I wanted to do with my adult life, and I ended up not going for that degree, but I really do love animals. Gel polish to me is better than normal nail polish because it doesn't chip. The only downside to gel polish is you have to cure it. So most kits that you get on Amazon, you can buy with the curing lamp, but it never chips. My nail polish never chips. It never comes off. I really prefer gel polish. Plus, the full cover tips that I use are gel tips, so you have to put gel polish on top of the gel tips. So animals are better than people. I would probably agree with that statement, Stina. I would agree with that. What brand? What brand as far as what? The brand that I prefer to buy my nail products from is E-Nail Couture. But as far as like nail polish, like gel polish, I will purchase gel polish off of Amazon. You've never done your nails early or had a pedicure because you got your license early on. I will never get a pedicure. I have had them before, but I'm weird about feet. I don't like feet. I don't want feet around me, and I don't want people to touch my feet. That's the only reason I know I love my husband, because he's the only person that I will ever allow their feet anywhere near me. Everyone else, nope, can't come close to me. Not at all. Can't touch my feet. Can't put your feet near me. I know that's weird. But I just really don't like feet for some reason. I wish I knew. I wish there was like a funny story behind it. There's not. I just don't like feet that much. Alrighty, guys. Well, I think I am going to go ahead and wrap up the live stream. I do appreciate everybody who's been able to be in here and understand where I'm coming from, and everybody who is also excited about the change. For anybody who watches the replay, I appreciate you guys too. As always, I hope you guys have a good day, evening, or night, wherever you guys are. Like I said at the beginning and earlier, probably not going to be any actual filmed content this week. I will do a weekly wrap up on Friday. I will try to post it within a few hours of it actually going live, and we can kind of talk about stuff that's been going on. If there's anything in particular that you want me to discuss that's happened over the last couple of weeks, leave it in the comments or reach out to me in a DM or an email and let me know. There's been a couple of things that I've been following, but I don't see everything you guys see. So if you guys see something and you want me to be able to discuss it, feel free to reach out to me. But with all of that being said, thank you guys so much. Thank you all for the support, and thank you for understanding this change. It means so much to me that so many of you are excited about the change and anticipating the change as well. I'm just really excited. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm extremely tired, but I'm also extremely excited for it. So thank you guys all. Thank you all for the super chats and the super stickers and joining memberships. It means so much to me. But I am going to head out so I can go make dinner. But everybody have a good rest of your day, evening or night, wherever you are. Until next time.